What's up, guys? This is Webby. Welcome to your Monday Night Raw review for one night away, one night off of your Backlash pay-per-view. And the first thing I have to say is thank you, Jinder Mahal. You have made my night, and I am sure many wrestling fans out there's night. Absolutely. What a fantastic ending to Monday Night Raw. Now, WWE did tonight lay the blueprint for what we're going to see next week. Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns, I'm sure, will be next week, and the winner of that contest will go on the Money in the Bank. I'm sure that's what will happen next week. However, tonight, Jinder Mahal, the modern day fellow Raja, whether we like him or not, deserves a huge thank you for grabbing Roman Reigns' feet, sliding him outside of the ring, and giving Finn Balor an opportunity to kick Sami Zayn into the turnbuckle and then deliver the coup de grace for a 1, 2, and 3 in the main event to go on to Money in the Bank. And it is indeed the yard of that guy in the crowd. Absolutely. Not Roman Reigns' yard. What a fantastic sign with SpongeBob underneath it, looking weird. But I don't know. I thought that sign was funny too. Whatever the case, great main event. It told a good story as well. You know, the double teaming of Sami Zayn and Finn Balor taking Roman Reigns into the crowd and doing both their finishers into the sound system area. And then, of course, you know, they carried the contest through part of it, only to see Roman Reigns come and come back throughout all that. But in the end, Finn Balor is victorious. What else did we see tonight on Monday Night Raw? What else did we learn tonight on Monday Night Raw? That Bobby Lashley is still very vanilla. That they are planting the seeds for Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. And if anybody does not see that, I don't know what you're watching. Because they had an interview tonight of Bobby Lashley and his childhood, his family. And they talked about his college and his wrestling and his MMA. Now, they didn't mention Brock Lesnar at all. But really, when you put them side by side, even though us wrestling fans know there is a huge difference between Brock Lesnar, the Beast, and Bobby Lashley, the vanilla, no character, old 2007 Bobby Lashley that we're seeing right now. They're pretty much comparing them. MMA, UFC, college wrestling for Bobby Lashley, college wrestling for Brock Lesnar. Huge entertainment fans all around him enjoyed Brock Lesnar. They said the same thing about Bobby Lashley tonight. Even though I am still trying to figure that one out because The only thing that Bobby Lashley really got out of the WWE in his first run was the ECW Championship. And the biggest WrestleMania match that he got in the WWE was the Battle of the Billionaires at WrestleMania 23. And that was not centered around Bobby Lashley and Umaga. That was centered around Donald Trump and Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And Vince McMahon being bald. Only to have the McMahons and Bobby Lashley have their rivalry at Backlash and Judgment Day and Extreme Rules. And to have Vince McMahon become the ECW champion. So I'm still trying to figure out that huge baloney they fed to us tonight. Now, some of you might have bought that they were feeding this, but I sure didn't. Now, I'm not trying to criticize over everything, but that was a crock. Okay? Now, outside of that, we saw Titus Worldwide or Titus Worldslide team up with No Way Jose, 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 No Way Jose. And they took on the Revival, the Jobber Tag Team, and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin and the Revival pick up the victory. Of course, Titus Catering and No Way Jose are not going to win. You think Baron Corbin is going to lose to those three? I don't think so. No Way Jose is nothing more than Adam Rose. That's it. Speaking of jobbers, I have kids. Heath Slater and Rhino. They lose to Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre tonight. This contest, no brainer. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler were going to win. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in WWE. As far as a tag team, no question, they are going to be one of the main tag teams in WWE for the near future, and should be a very intriguing part of the tag team division. And it's nice to see Dolph Ziggler finally do something important, honestly. Now, speaking of tag teams, we got another tag team match. Thank you, Theodore Long. As the Woken Tag Team Champions, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt took on who supposedly was going to become, this great tag team, and beat them. I don't know why WWE puts jobbers up against tag team champions and say they're going to be great and all this jazz. It's a crock. Fact of the matter is, the biggest thing that came out of this match is this whole new Sister Abigail. What in the world was that? It looked like a double-armed, double-teamed DDT. That was a poor finisher. Now, I'm okay with the rest of the stuff they're doing, the theme song, which a lot of people have been criticizing. I'm okay with the other stuff, the weird faces and all that jazz. But that finisher they did tonight was just downright cringe. I'm just going to come out and say that. Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Ruby Riott. One thing I was, a little surprised about this, and at the same time, I see her moving right into Money in the Bank later on within the next few weeks. Ruby Riott, not victorious in this. She did put on a good contest. Ember Moon, who deserved to be in the Money in the Bank contract matchup, picked up the victory. Good contest. Kind of glad Sasha Banks did not win. She, I don't want to say has seen her time, but it's time for, some new faces to get into that spot and earn opportunity. And quite frankly, Bayley and Sasha Banks should have their rivalry pick back up again, and WWE should forget about this friendship junk that they're doing with them and actually have them brawl in the back like they were doing and have them brew and groom their rivalry like they were having a great job doing before they had to just build up the Riott Squad, which I see disintegrating once Ruby Riott becomes the Raw Women's Champion. Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable. Jinder Mahal is victorious. Jinder Mahal once in the triple threat matchup tonight in the main event to determine who is going to be in the Money in the Bank. And Kurt Angle laughs at him. Simple as that. It was kind of entertaining, honestly, to see what happened next following Kurt Angle laughing at him. As we know, I talked about it earlier. However, Jinder Mahal beating Chad Gable, whatever. Who cares? I don't care. I'm sure you don't either. It's something we've already seen. And speaking of something we've already seen, Elias versus Bobby Roode. How many times do we have to see this contest? This makes the third time now. 3 times Elias has taken on Bobby Roode. Enough is enough. Bobby Roode has gotten his win over Elias. If this is not going to be on pay-per-view, then let's not see it anymore. I don't like these Raw or SmackDown rivalries that don't lead to a pay-per-view. That is the one problem that the joint pay-per-view is going to have. We're going to see things like this not lead to anything but more matches on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins versus Mojo Rawley, or Monday Night Rollins versus Monday Night Rawley, because Seth Rollins came out and was talking about how he wanted to make the Intercontinental Championship as great as he could on Raw right now, the number 1 championship on Monday Night Raw right now. And Mojo Rawley made his debut on Raw. Is it going to mean anything? No, absolutely not. It's not going to mean one thing because he wasn't even named on Raw when he was moved from SmackDown to Raw. He was named on the internet. So he had his match, and now he's going to join the Wasteland with yours truly, the Ascension. That's it. That's all Mojo Rawley is going to do. I don't see him going anywhere else. Kurt Angle and Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman open up the show. Kurt Angle is talking about how Money in the Bank is his favorite pay-per-view. Kurt Angle's talking about how there's going to be 2 Money in the Bank matches. Kurt Angle is talking about how, last night was a good pay-per-view. And next thing we know, Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman are interrupting him. Braun Strowman thinks that he should be in the Money in the Bank contract matchup, and he is going to make everybody get these hands, and we usually get the same spill. Next thing we know, Kevin Owens says, no, 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 no. It was an injustice last night when Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley tore them apart. It was an injustice because the wrong person was pinned, blah, 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 blah. The same that we always see, kind of out of this first segment between the heel and the babyface and Kurt Angle, which ultimately led to Kevin Owens getting these hands of Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman doing what he always does, making a tear through everybody, which leading him to going to Money in the Bank. And Braun Strowman will not win Money in the Bank. I don't see it. It's just there for star power. That's it. And that was Monday Night Raw tonight. It had some good things to it building. It led to not officially announced, but things that we probably, if they want to continue, what we could possibly see next week if they want to pick right back up where they left off. We'll wait and find out next week. Tomorrow night, SmackDown. They've already announced it's going to be qualifying matches. Wait and find out to see what those matches will be. Hope you've enjoyed this review of Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Facebook. Put in at 2007 Webby. The link will be down in the description below. All you have to do is hit on that link and it'll take you directly to that page. And until I see you again for SmackDown Live review tomorrow night, this is Webby. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the other side. Talk to you later.